Even if I must die with you, I will by no means deny you. Peter said this vehemently, insisting that he would be faithful to Jesus, and yet within a few short hours he had 3 times denied the Lord. There are several ways in which emphasis may be indicated in the Greek. One very common way is that which is used by Peter's declaration, the use of 2 different words which mean not. Of course, in our English language, we call this a double negative, and 2 negatives make a positive. But in the Greek, it's the opposite. A negative added to another negative makes the negative twice as strong. And so with these 2 words together, Peter does not merely say, I will not deny you. He emphatically insists, I will by no means deny you. This use of emphasis appears in numerous places throughout the Scriptures. For example, Peter emphasized the futility of the forms of righteousness practiced by the scribes and Pharisees by warning his followers that unless their righteousness exceeded that of the scribes and the Pharisees, they would by no means enter the kingdom of heaven. In Matthew chapter 18, verse 3, Jesus warns that anyone who does not turn and become as little children shall be by no means enter the kingdom of heaven. In Matthew chapter 24, verse 35, he says, my words will by no means pass away. Study of the many instances where the double negative are used is very interesting. And yet, even this emphatic emphasis may be made still stronger. When Peter insists that he will not permit Jesus to wash his feet, he uses the emphatic double negative and adds it to the Greek phrase meaning forever, or to the end of the age. Shocked that his master should do the work of a servant, he puts the force of his indignation into his exclamation, you shall certainly not wash my feet, never. And yet, in almost the same breath, when Jesus explained that Peter must be washed in order to belong to him, Peter goes to the other extreme, using the double negative again when he says, Lord, not only my feet, but also my hands and my head. Many of these emphatic expressions are hidden from the English translation, but their added note of warning and comfort and assurance makes the message of God's Word even more rich. The study of His Word is rich. We need to dig into it as much as possible, and I hope as we come to this year that you will make a New Year's resolution, even now, that as the new year begins and as this one ends, that you're going to become a student of the Word. You're going to diligently dig into His Word and see all that you can mine from the riches of that treasure. Well, it's been good visiting with you once again. And I want to remind you that if you're in Kingman-Brack, we would love to have you come to worship with us at either the Watering Place Church of God Holiness or the Spot Bay Church of God Holiness. I can assure you that you will be blessed as you study God's Word with us, and that you'll be blessed by His presence as we fellowship together in the presence of God. God bless you richly. Have a wonderful week.